Page 6, Snowmobile, can't say the word. This got some scales passages, but if you've been doing the scales, this shouldn't be a problem. If you haven't been doing the scales, you'll probably struggle getting this correct. That's the way it is. See, a lot of people, including me, when I was younger, would think, I'm not going to bother with the scales. I'll just learn them in the pieces when I get to them. Makes sense. The problem is it doesn't work very well because you'll struggle trying to get them right. You won't practice them as scales should be practiced to get the technique and everything working right, to get it to work right in the piece. It doesn't work. So you go ahead and do the scales, learn the scales, do what I say in the videos. And that way, when you get them in the pieces, you just play them. It's so much easier. That's so much for my rant on scales. Let's look this over. It's about a page and a half long. Treble and bass clef. One sharp in the key signature. We're in the key of G major. Make sure you can do the G major scale. Although in this piece, we're also using C major scales. So make sure you can do the C major scale also. And then we have cut time or 2/2 time. So there's 2 beats in a measure and a half note gets a count, which means the eighth notes are like 1 eanda, 2 eanda, 1 eanda, 2 eanda. Ugh. Well, when I first start learning a piece of music that's in cut time, I pretend that it's in 4/4 time and 4 beats to a measure with a quarter note getting a count, because that makes the rhythm a lot easier to figure out. Then once I have it learned and I'm ready to take it up to speed, then I put it in cut time. Yeah. And that's what I'm going to do. In this video, I'm going to talk about this as though it's in 4/4 time for a while, and then we'll put it in cut time later. So one hand at a time, so make sure we get what the hands are doing. The right hand, you're starting here, and this quarter notes. And then the G major scale. And then just lift up and come down. Okay. Now, third line, you're down here at C major scale. Scrunch up a little bit, it's G major. Don't forget the F sharp, it's in the key signature. And then top of page 7, back to C major. Okay. So you're going to cut back and forth on this. Now let's go down on page 7 to the 4th line. Second measure, you're in here in a B flat. Then B natural, B flat. And then the last line, second measure again. Here, second finger now, because we're going to leave third finger for the B, so I'm going to use second finger for the B flat. Otherwise, I'd do that, but I don't want to do that. I'm going to do that. And then come down. Okay? Now, at the top of page 7, when we come up here, and then they want fifth finger again here. I'd rather not, because I want to prepare that. So I don't want to be using fifth finger on that half note. Well, it's easy enough because I can just reach up and use fourth finger. So it's here, and then fifth finger's there. If you don't want to do that, you can use thumb on the G. Scrunch up a little bit. Now you're in position. So there, I just don't want to use fifth finger on both. So I get the right hand sort of working, then I check the left hand. Well, we got the chords, the G major and the G minor. So it's just the middle notes going down, and you're just alternating back and forth. Okay, third line, you come down to C major and C minor. Jogging along. Now be careful on these coming down. Not all measures are doing that. Look at the last measure, the second line on page 6. There's no flat sign there, so you stay there. Both of those are G there. Same thing with the third line. They're both, and the page 7 on the first line, the end of that, you stay there. So you're not always changing the middle note, so watch out on those. Put the hands together here. Now when I first put the hands together, I'm probably going to hesitate all over. I don't care. I just want to know which fingers are working together. So here we got these and these. B flat. Then rest. The left hand has a rest, so that fourth beat, the right hand's by itself. Then 2, 3, rest. Okay. So I get the hands working together, Then I go back over it slowly and carefully, and I work out the hesitations. A steady beat. And once I can do that, then I think about the articulation. The staccatos, I'm hinging at the wrist, they're short staccatos. The left hand, I'm on the keys, I'm bouncing each time. Don't really have time in the right hand to do that. You got to do that. Rest. The last measure, the first line here. This comes up on beat 4. The left hand's done. 1, 2, 3, 4. Don't lift them at the same time, please. Don't that, no. There's a way to notate that if that's what they want. So right now, we're not interpreting it yet. We're playing it as written, so hold that down. And that's pretty much it. You got slurs and staccatos. Then the dynamics. MF at the beginning is moderately loud, mezzo forte. That's the melody, which is the right hand. Moderately heavy. Here, the chords need to be soft and light here. Now, third line down, you can do soft here. The left hand's got to be very soft. Then loud, soft. Then top of page 7, last 2 measures, you get a crescendo. You start it soft, a little louder, a little louder. Now you back up to moderately loud. But don't get moderately loud to the second line. So you're in the last 2 measures of the first line, you start it soft, and a little louder. Now, that's just almost moderately loud. Actually, you could do it moderately loud there if you wanted to. Yeah, now third line down, now you're soft, both hands. Both hands. Then the last line, you get a crescendo. First measure, we're going to start soft. Come up a little bit. Now loud. Finish it loud, both hands. You need to get into it well enough that you can feel these dynamics. Right now, we're kind of forcing them. They're mechanical, but really they need to be felt. Now, once I have that, then I think about the speed. And that means I put it back in cut time. We want to feel it in 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. Well, good luck with that, because these scales got to be controlled and even. How fast can you do that? Or that. How fast can you do the scales correctly? That's going to be your with spirit for now. Now, it'll be different. But as I said before, you go back through these books and play them again for the fun of it. And when you get better and better, and you'll find you'll play these faster and better too. It's just, we want to feel this. 1, 2, 1, 2. Put pedal at the end. I disagree. I would not use pedal there. I suggest you leave it off. I'm not going to introduce it at the end if I haven't used it elsewhere, although a lot of people would. It's an interpretive thing. When you start feeling and interpreting it, I don't care for it. It changes it too much. Let's play this together very slowly. Now, this is after you've learned it. We're just checking notes and rhythms. I'm not going to do the dynamics, louds and softs. I'm going to play everything about the same, but I'll do the staccatos and slurs and stuff. And I'll give us 4 counts. I'm going to take this in 4/4 time with the quarter note getting a count. 1, 2, ready, go. 4, and. 1, 2, 3, rest. And 4, and. 1, 2, 3, rest. And rest. 1, 2, 3, rest. And 4, and. 1, 2, 3, rest. And 4, and. 1, 2, 3, 4. And 4, and. 1, 2, 3, 4. And 4, and. And 4, and. 2, 3, rest. And 4, and. And 4, and. And 4, and. 2, 3, rest.